What foods to eat to boost testosterone naturally? I'm going in, so if you're ready, let's get to it. Now this was a great question I got recently, and as I promised him, here is the video for it. But I really need to get one thing straight, especially if you're watching this and you're overweight, because you are not overweight because your testosterone is low. Your testosterone is low because you're overweight. Fat tissue, especially belly fat, is like a factory for turning testosterone into estrogen. So before you start popping rocket tea or sucking raw eggs Rocky style, know this: calorie deficit without starving yourself. Strength training at least 3 times a week, and walking a lot, neat or non-exercise activity thermogenesis is really your friend here, and I suggest walking in the sun because the sun is great to helping boost testosterone as well. Now, with that out of the way, let's talk fats and cholesterol. Your body literally makes testosterone from cholesterol. Low-fat diets, terrible for your man hormones. But here's the thing, how much do you really need? Because all these goofballs on social media are always telling you to add fat to every single fucking thing. Here it is. Total fat, 25 to 35% of your daily calories, but even times as low as 20% is okay. You don't and you shouldn't go nuts on fats, 20 to 25%. Saturated fat, about 10% of that 20 to 35%. Think eggs, beef, lean beef, and coconut oil. Monounsaturated fats, 15%. That's things like olive oil, avocados, nuts. Polyunsaturated fat, keep moderate, like 5%, focusing on omega-3s, especially from fish oil. Trans fats, 0. These wreck your testosterone so much faster than a 23-year-old over 40 fitness specialist wrecks your brain. So now that we know that, let's talk about the foods that actually help your testosterone without turning you into one of these add all those fats morons on TikTok. So you only need about 400 to 500 milligrams a day to optimize or even maximize your testosterone. One large egg has about 185 milligrams of cholesterol. 2 eggs, you're already hitting 370, right in that sweet spot for supporting hormone production. 3 eggs, you're already over, you're golden. Next, let's talk about beef. A standard 3.5 ounce serving, about the size of a deck of cards, gives you roughly 70 milligrams of cholesterol. Eat it 2 to 3 times a week, and you're helping your testosterone without packing in too much saturated fat and going over on your calories. Oily fish, salmon, mackerel, sardines, these are awesome. Not only do they give you cholesterol, about 55 milligrams again per 3.5 ounce serving, but you're also gonna get a healthy kick of omega-3, which are anti-inflammatory and support overall hormone health. Aim for a couple servings of fish a week. Then you have shellfish, especially oysters, and these guys are the bomb. Just 6 medium oysters gives you about 50 milligrams of cholesterol. Not much, but more importantly, they give you around 30 milligrams of really absorbable zinc. Zinc is huge for testosterone. Most guys are low, and even 1 or 2 servings a week can make a gigantic difference. So here's how it could look in a day. 2 eggs for breakfast, 100 grams of grilled salmon for lunch, and maybe 100 grams of lean, or extra lean I should say, ground beef for dinner. Toss in a couple oysters midweek. You're hitting around 450 to 500 milligrams of cholesterol, plenty of zinc, and supporting testosterone naturally. Now, when it comes to meat, this is a big mistake guys make. Try to stick to minimally processed meats. Lean red meats that are just meat, not mixed with everything else like sausages and the pepperoni sticks and all that sort of stuff, 2 to 3 times a week. Poultry, wild game if you're down and you got the cash. Fish at least 2 times a week. And like I said, avoid heavily processed deli meats, bacon every day, and anything just pumped full of sodium nitrates and garbage. Now, let's talk estrogen vegetables and foods, because that's something that not enough people talk about. We're always talking about testosterone, but we're never talking about the opposite. What can we eat to lower testosterone? And cruciferous vegetables very well can help block estrogen conversion. Broccoli, cauliflower, Brussels sprouts, and kale. They all contain something called indole-3 carbonon, which helps your body metabolize estrogen better, also just called I3C. But what about supplements that can actually do something as well? So I'll tell you what I use and a couple people that I know who swear by some of these as well. Zinc and magnesium, also called ZMA. I've been using this for 20 plus years and will continue to do so. It works. It's awesome. Boron can increase free testosterone, especially if you're low. I take 12 milligrams for 30 days on, 30 days off, and it costs about $10 a bottle, meaning it's cheap AF. Maca root. It may help libido, but has less effect on actual T levels, but even a high libido is awesome. Vitamin D3 with K2. Good chance you're alive, then you don't get enough D3, and the K2 makes sure it, doesn't block your heart. Ashwagandha helps lower cortisol, which can indirectly help testosterone. But personally, I would avoid overpriced testosterone boosters that are just blends of fairy dust doses. Another thing that's awesome is DIM, which is basically the isolated and very powerful version of those cruciferous vegetables I was talking about earlier. And like boron, I cycle this, but 30 days on and about 60 days off, because it's very powerful. And of course, we can't finish this if we don't talk about sleep. If you're sleeping less than 7 hours a night, you are just crushing your testosterone, and not in the good way. Deep sleep is when testosterone peaks. So really quickly guys, blackout curtains, no screens for 1 hour before bed, keep it cool, 65 to 68 degrees Fahrenheit, 18 to 20 degrees for you people that actually know Celsius, and watch my many videos on getting much better sleep over 40. Honestly guys, there's so many of them. And now here's the last one where I know you are screwing up. And I know because I fucking know. And I know because everyone for the last 20 years thought I was a weirdo, and now you're finding out you're the weirdos. Plastics. Heating foods in plastic? Stop that. The chemicals leach into your food and act like estrogen in your body. Store in glass or stainless steel. Don't reuse cheap water bottles. Get guys a stainless steel one. It's really not that hard. And even if you eat perfectly, endocrine disruptors from your environment can mess with your hormones pretty damn good. And yes guys, even things like paper cups and receipts are lined with plastic or a BPA in them, which is the thing that makes your testosterone go out of control. So cut that shit out. Get yourself a steel travel coffee cup, just like my Barbells To Buddhas one, available on Amazon for only $29.99. Kidding, it's not for sale unless you want to buy mine. I'll happily sell it to you for 30 bucks because it only cost me 10. And if you're looking to live longer, leaner, stronger, and a hell of a lot better, make sure you follow my channel, because you and me, we're just getting started. Hey guys, thanks for watching, and if you like this video, make sure you check out this one right here. And when you're at the gym, driving, out on a walk or run, and you want to hear lots more great content put in your ears, make sure to check out my Barbells To Buddhas podcast on your favorite podcast app.